guys, it's Glenn from Glenn's Car Collection, and today I'm driving the 2022 Audi Q5 Sportback. How do we know it's a Sportback? Because it's got this sloping roof over here. If you remember, the other Q5, or I should say the regular Q5, is boxier, so the roof would go like this, more headroom, more cargo room. So why did I pick the Sportback? Well, my R8 is in for some repairs, which we'll go over in another video. Nothing major, like tire pressure monitoring systems. And I had this for a few days while we waited for the parts to come in. And I wasn't going to make a video of a loaner car, but I love this car so much after driving it for a week that I thought it was worthy of a video. So now the Sportback compromises headroom. You get that, like, I would call it like the Cayenne coupe look, where it's like the two-door. So it's technically a four-door and a five-seater, though I'm 6 feet tall and can barely fit in the back. If you look, my head will hit this going around the next turn. So I have had people as tall as 5'9" in the back this week, and that should be no problem. So I'd say 5'9" or 5'10" or shorter, you'll be fine. Now this is the Premium Plus package, so it's got the Audi, what do they call that? Select. We'll go over that in a few minutes, but plenty of leg room back here. A little shy on my feet room with size 13 feet, but otherwise all good. You have an outlet here, USBs, and you can control your climate control. I don't believe there are heated seats back here. Bang & Olufsen stereo, which is excellent. We'll look in the back here for you golfers or hockey players like me. Plenty of room to fit your equipment. Now these seats fold down. You can put old baby seats there. You can even raise this headrest. Because it's a Sportback, you see the height is compromised here. So 51.9 inches, cubic inches, it's 54. So an extra 3 or 4 inches if you get the regular Q5, which is what I would get. Now, I think they all get uprated engines for 2022, but this engine is a little more powerful in the Sportback. It didn't have the base engine. It had one level up, which I think became the base engine for 2022, so correct me if I'm wrong. It's a 4-cylinder turbo with a mild hybrid system, and very easy. You just pull that latch. There's another, I think, secondary latch here, if I remember. Whoops, I had it first. You know, I just did a dry run on this video, and I did it no problem. There it is. There's a latch right here. I was looking for a latch going up. So 4-cylinder turbo, mild hybrid system, 261 horsepower, 273 foot-pounds of torque. So the base Q5 used to be 0 to 60 in 6.8 seconds. With this engine, it's 5.7, and this thing is fast. I got in and I said, wow, is this fast? Now, my neighbors all thought I bought this car because it was blue, and I said, no, it's a courtesy vehicle. So let's get inside and fire it up. Now, this has nice mats. Look at this. Audi did a great job. Mercedes gives you those paper-thin mats, even on the AMG models. 10 times better with these mats. All right, now this car only has 1,500 miles on it. It's a hot day today. All right, so we're going to push-button start right here. There's room, I guess, I don't know what you would put here. Wallet, sunglasses. All right, I only have one SD card with me, and it's failing, so hopefully we can get through this video. This is the most powerful air conditioning I've ever experienced. It's 3 zones, so 1, 2 in the back. Very easy to use. Everything is a touchscreen here. So you get satellite radio with the new car. I think it's only 3 months. I know my wife's 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee, I think it was a year. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Now you want to do the volume. So this is very easy. How did I do this? It's all touchscreen. So you go to home, you can pick your satellite radio station. You can do Apple CarPlay, no problem. Volume button. Where's the volume button? Where's the volume button? Here's heated seats, HVAC. This is a Premium Plus model, so you actually get the suspension where we can do comfort, off-road, dynamic, individual, and go through our features. So we're going to leave it, we'll leave it on auto for now. And you have a plug here. You can do, I guess, cigarette lighter, or more importantly for somebody like me, radar detector. This is your volume button here, but so that's out of the way to kind of do everything on this screen here. But more importantly, they have a redundant button here, and this is the one you'll use for volume. So this is works really, really well. Your heated steering wheel, and some are, unlike some older BMWs, right here front and center. I don't know how to shut this. All right, let's go easy on there. Now you can play around with all your views here. Gas mileage on this particular model is 23 city, 28 highway. I've been averaging 25, driving it spiritedly. You can play around with your views here. Right now, I just got 15 just driving to this location, but that's not indicative of it. So playing around with the view, I like the bigger gauges. I don't like the smaller. That was one of my complaints, but it's just a button press away, no problem. You can go through all the settings here. You can even get the radio with the view here for the navigation. So it's really good. It kind of gives you almost like a Google Earth video here. Steering wheel is perfect size. You got grips here. You got your parking sensors on the side here. There is lane keeping, which I have shut off, which I can't stand, and because it's pretty aggressive. And then your windshield wiper here. Plenty of headroom being in the front seat, and then you have that sunroof. It looks like it's a dual pane, but it's really only here, if you could see it. Very, very comfortable ride, because remember, this model, the Premium Plus, has the air suspension. Then your lock and unlock button, you can set 2 seats. All your light controls here, and then your lock and unlock button in the windows. And always remember to set your mirrors. I love this blue color. It's pretty amazing. And again, my neighbors thought I bought this car just because of the color. So let's take it for a spin. We'll go on road, we'll go on the highway and then the back roads, and I'll show you why this is so good. And I would get this as a daily driver. Now, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you why you may not want as a daily driver. There's one, besides the headroom in the back, there's another reason, living in the Northeast especially, that you may not want to have this as your daily driver. All right, so let's take it for a spin. All right, so you can see the Audi virtual cockpit. Now, because I'm using Waze on Apple CarPlay to get back to the dealership to return this loaner car, you won't see that on directional on the virtual cockpit, which again is standard on the Premium Plus model. Here's some acceleration getting on the highway. You'd have to use the Audi navigation, obviously, to see that. So I prefer this view, even though it gives up some of the navigation screen. Again, 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. Now, the regular Q5, not the Sportback with the slow roof, actually has a hybrid version where you can get to 0 to 60 in 5 seconds flat. Now, because this is the Premium Plus version and has the Audi Select suspension, air suspension standard, it is a very, very smooth ride. It's probably one of, if not the smoothest ride I've had in an SUV. And again, we've reviewed 1,000 cars now on this channel, 1,000 videos on YouTube. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Always leave a comment below what you think of this car, and always leave a comment below what car you want me to review next. If there are enough people saying a particular car, I will go out and find it and review it. And please don't say like Bugatti Chiron or F50. Say something realistic I can get my hands on. So the visibility is really good. You got big side mirrors, so it's very easy to change lanes. The backup camera in this car is excellent. And when you back up, I'll demonstrate that in a few minutes. When you back up and then put it in drive, you actually have a front camera too. So I think that's another thing that's standard on the Premium Plus model, the 360 camera. The brakes are pretty good. Now, going around sharper turns like this, it's certainly not a sports car, it's an SUV. To me, it competes with the X3 as probably the highest and, best used competitor against this. The Mercedes GLC, I've not driven a GLC. I drove a GLE 53. I'm not sure which video you're going to see first. I really like that car. Totally different price point. I think that had a $100,000 sticker. This probably stickers in, I would say, the high 50s, somewhere in there, because this is a pretty fully loaded car. This car does have some cosmetic damage in the front. I guess somebody who uses a loaner car scraped up on the front right quarter here, but nothing that would keep it from driving well. Now, here's an MDX in front of us. That's definitely a size bigger. Believe it or not, the Acura RDX is a size bigger as well. So what we're shopping for my wife, besides a new 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee, not the L, because we don't need a car that big. RDX is definitely in the running. I have a review of an RDX A-Spec. Again, not sure which video I'm going to post first. Smooth riding on the highway. It's like any other SUV, so I don't know if that's so exciting. So let's take some back roads here. We'll have some curves coming up. Again, with this adaptive suspension, it's probably one of the best riding SUVs I've experienced, and I've experienced a lot of SUVs. And you guys want to see more SUV reviews, or you rather I stick to manual transmission sports cars and exotics? Let me know in the comments below. Now, the brakes are fine. I guess I'll even say they're better than fine. They're good. They're certainly better than our Jeep Grand Cherokee brakes. This car is actually much faster to 60. Our current car is about 8.1 seconds to 60. And again, I said this is 5.7. So as soon as I got in, and remember, I drove the R8 to the Audi dealer. I got in this car and accelerated on the highway. I said, wow, this car is fast. So for an SUV, very commanding high driving position, but it's not as high as it looks. So our Jeep Grand Cherokee is much higher up physically and much higher driving position. You wouldn't know it, but this seems actually much higher to me than it is. And again, the virtual cockpit. Now, it doesn't tell you the odometer, especially like if you lease your car. I always want to know what my odometer says. I guess for most people that's an afterthought, so you'd have to go through the screens to see that. Decent passing power on the highway. The car has torque coming down low, so the 0-60 time is pretty good. Again, like I said, 5.7 seconds. And you know, obviously at higher speeds, highway speeds, because it's a small displacement engine, it will not struggle, but it'll be a little slower, of course, going say 60 to 80 or 50 to 70 passing somebody.